Honoured to be back. I miss you
for a week. No, you don't.
I did miss you. And do you know what though?
What?
Weirdly,
Go on.
I kind of lucked out because the week that I missed would have been a very painful week, and I've come back on the day where I'm feeling rather joyful as I've felt regarding Chelsea for a very long time.
Yeah,
today's been a good day.
A lot happened in the week you went. Look, we'll get to the Declan Rice talk because there's so much. By the way, Arsenal still haven't signed Declan Rice, by the way.
I know,
all the talk. Arsenal fans celebrating.
They have.
I know they have, but they haven't. But they officially haven't. They
have.
Yeah, that's true. Mason Mount, though, as we speak, is having a medical at Manchester United. £60 million move from Chelsea. Your boy, Mason Mount, one of your own, you kept telling me, one of your favourite Chelsea players decided, you know what, don't want to stay at the club anymore. I'm going up north.
Yeah, and it hurts. It's really sad. It really upsets me. I think that it is actually an indicator that there is a lot going wrong at Chelsea. The fact that somebody who has been at the club since they were 6 years old, an England international, has decided to leave. And let's also remember, this isn't meant to be a slight on Manchester United at all, but he's not exactly going to the land of milk and honey. You know, he's not been wooed by Real Madrid or Manchester City. He's going to a team who Chelsea have been better than, certainly for the last decade. So the fact that Manchester United have managed to prize one of our best players, arguably our most important player, away from us is a problem. And I think that we can explore why. And because of my bias on this and because I like Mason Mount so much, I will probably be overly generous to Mason Mount. I understand why he left. I feel like Chelsea took him for a bit of a ride. The fact that he was on less than 100 grand a week watching Kalidou Koulibaly and Aubameyang earn more than 300 grand a week, I understand why he wanted to leave. But there is also a conversation to be had about the loyalty. Like, is it a Judas Iscariot move? Are we looking at this through the lens of a traitor?
Oh,
well, is it? Ooh. Is it? I mean, this is a player who is idolised at Chelsea.
Are you asking a question here or making a statement?
No, I don't think so. But I think which
one? Sorry, which one?
Well, I'm asking.
Are you asking the question out there? Are you putting it out to the people? Or is that you making a statement that you think Mason Mount is a bit of a traitor?
I think when a player leaves for a rival, a player who is the embodiment of Chelsea, he represents Chelsea, and today is the anniversary of Sol Campbell leaving Tottenham to go to Arsenal. He was the embodiment of that Tottenham team. He was the best player in that Tottenham team, and he went to their most fearsome rivals. Mason Mount hasn't done that, and I think that there is a landscape that helps us to understand why Mason Mount made this decision. But I do think that it's a problem that he has chosen to go, and I think that it's indicatory of what's going on at Chelsea. Like, we have to ask the question, why has Mason Mount chosen to leave Chelsea?
Money.
Is it explicitly money? Is it only money? Because I think by the end, Chelsea had made a very...
Bit too late then, isn't it?
Yes.
Bit too late, isn't it? It's, well, you're only giving this to me, or offering this to me because I've threatened to leave. When you mention the traitor thing and the Judas thing there, and look, by the way, that's a sentiment that has been shown on social media. It's not just you saying it. A lot of people say it. Me and you have spoken about this before, and there is a lot of this move does remind me of Steven Gerrard.
When he was linked with Chelsea.
When he was linked with Chelsea, and he was very much flirting with the idea of going, and in the end he decided not to go. And I think from the same, Steven Gerrard had just won the Champions League around the same age, I'm guessing, as Mount at the time as well. And Steven Gerrard was like, you know what, if I go and win medals at Chelsea and I need to then come back to Liverpool and show them, no one's going to care. And I think with Mount, I'm guessing all his family are Chelsea fans, I'm not quite sure. You can say yeah or nay on that. But I wonder if Mount's even thought of those things. Like, if I win anything at United...
I think, look, Mason Mount is the embodiment of Chelsea. He was the public face of the club. He was our boy wonder. He's got a banner. He was so young, and yet he had a banner that went across to Matthew Harding an awful lot. He has been Player of the Year on 2 occasions, bearing in mind how young he is, and the fact that he has only played, 4-5 full seasons at Chelsea. To have been Player of the Year twice is huge. Gianfranco Zola, certainly our most skillful ever player, one of our best ever, he was only Player of the Year twice. John Terry was only Player of the Year twice. Eden Hazard was only Player of the Year twice. So the fact that Mason Mount's name can be mentioned among greats of the club like that, despite being such a tender age, is a problem. And the fact that he's going to leave...
That then is the reason, isn't it? So if you are Mason Mount, and you just said it there pretty much, and you've been Player of the Year twice, which again is with Zola, it's with John Terry, it's with all the greats you just mentioned, but yet you're paying me like I've just come from a Division 2 club, there's an issue.
But then this is the point of loyalty. When you love a football
team, you can't take advantage
team,
of the players coming through your club. Once you're one of the best players in the club and clearly one of the best players in the country and you're an England international, pay me as such.
He has since been offered that. But as you say, it was later. It was later than it should have been. And look, I think it's a problem that he's leaving. I think it's a problem that so many experienced players are leaving. Do you know what else should strike worry?
Sorry, what's the reaction going to be by Chelsea fans when he comes back?
I think
you've had positive ones before, but what's it going to be for Mount? I
will be ambivalent. I won't give him any kind of reaction. I think the vast majority will be fairly hostile.
Really?
But he's coming back. He's going to come back as a Manchester United player. Like, we can't wish him well. You know, it's all very well to be romantic about football and say, you know, I wish him the best, but you can't do that. It's impossible to support Chelsea and wish Mason Mount the best.
Yeah, but he's not moving to. This isn't him moving to Spurs.
No, it's not Tottenham. So it's not Arsenal. It's not Leeds.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's the next rung down. Manchester United are a rival. There is a historic rivalry between Chelsea and Manchester United. There have been some gruelling encounters between the two clubs. And look, it's not Tottenham. He hasn't gone to. If he went to Tottenham, he'd be booed, non-negotiably. And I imagine that Mauricio Pochettino, who has, issued his first press conference today, which is why I'm feeling rather chipper about Chelsea. But Mauricio Pochettino will feel that effect in reverse, because the way that he's spoken about Chelsea today will be
incredible,
very poorly received by his former admirers.
It'd be interesting if we can maybe find some audio on that. Actually, I found it incredible.
But he called Chelsea the most successful team, didn't he?
Couldn't believe it.
I mean, it's very sneery to the fans that once loved him. And whatever you say about Mauricio Pochettino and the way he was treated by Tottenham, you can argue that Daniel Levy didn't treat him right. You could argue that Joe Lewis and Enoch did not treat Mauricio Pochettino as he deserved to be treated. You could argue that he was sacked early. But the one thing that you cannot ever say, you cannot level any kind of accusation that the fans didn't back him. Maybe the players down tools. He certainly wasn't treated properly from above, but the fans backed him. And this will be a dagger to the heart of them. His words today will really sting.